Oh man, I'll give you a quick intro since people are joining in now and joining on this. So essentially, me and Tahero have known each other for a while. I think we met at some Stockholm startup events. You've just been smashing it, man. Like I remember meeting you when you were just starting TechBuddy, and you were at MediaMarkt before then, if I wasn't mistaken. And so had this idea to create this sharing economy type concept for people who need help with IT support. And I thought that sounds like a great idea. And you've just been growing and growing since then. So you're going to tell a bit of people about your journey. And I'll leave over to you and have fun, Tahero.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for inviting me. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello from a beautiful Stockholm, actually. Some snow, some beautiful, probably between the sunrise and the sunset. And my name is Tahero Nori. I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Buddy Company, which was earlier this year called TechBuddy. We have done a transition from one of the vertical that we put the focus to become best at to go and now offer our customers all services at home at their fingertips. Before I go to the presentation, I probably will have to introduce myself. I was born in Iran, in Tehran, and my parents escaped Iran when I was 6, and we were in immigration for almost 5 years. And unfortunate things that I really never hope anyone would ever need to experience. With the unfortunate reality is that a lot of people still leave their countries because of many reasons. So it was 5 years of not fun, a very tough life, to coming to Sweden when I was 12. So fast forward there, I was basically raised in a city called Västerås, and it's very difficult. The reason why I would probably just take a minute or two to explain that journey is as well a lot connected to my entrepreneurial life and the day-to-day life I'm having now, and how am I connected it to my background. You know, when you're coming to a new country, and for me as a 12 years young guy to you know, not having any connection to a country, and your parents are basically as new to the country as you are, but you have to deal with the language and you have to deal with all the regulation, and one has to adapt much faster to the society, both because of the language and the regulation and the system. There's a pyramid that is turning around, which means that suddenly as a young you know, probably as a child in a family, you become both father, mother, sister, brother, and there's a lot of responsibility. But even though that has been carried the last, you say, during the immigration, going from country to country, literally what you might, some of you see in BBC sometime or any news channel, I've experienced sleeping outside of in the park and not having food to eat, and seeing my parents struggling. Anyways, it's been tough, but it's been absolutely what has made me and probably my dear sister, who's the co-founder of the same company, to bring and creating a company that really giving every human being a second chance. By that I mean that people integrate much faster in the society. They're making their own money. They are accessing the society in a different way. So I explain that background just so that you understand, you know, how am I adapting my journey based on solving a society problem, which is a good thing for business. What is good for the customer is good for the shareholders. And I usually always bring that why am I doing what I'm doing with my fantastic team, is that we want to give everyone a second chance, no matter where they come from, what they believe in, their color, their gender. building a company of TechBuddy and Buddy Company has been since day one that solving a society problem with great processes and great technology to combining a digital innovation with people to delivering a world-class services. And what Buddy Company is it's a one-stop shop platform for all services at home. And we started with TechBuddy. It was focused on solving the technical issue in customers' home. So by spending a lot of time in the technology anxiety, we learn a lot, and we build a company based on that. So I'm going to present a short agenda for all of you, how my career started and why am I a founder today. Probably I touched some of this point already, where I was born and how we started a company. My background, my second life and second career, probably after Buddy Company, is the best thing I've done, has been to work for a big German corporations, because I like the extreme of everything. I'm super flexible, and working for German company were not that as flexible as I am. And that extremes are always very exciting for me as a person. Second part of the presentation, how we went from TechBuddy to Buddy Company and where we're heading and what's our vision and mission for the future. So we started at building TechBuddy. Basically, I work at MediaMarkt. I was working in Germany. I was global procurement manager, worked with logistics, worked with innovation. I did a lot of fun things. I was there 8 years, and I saw something from the inside of the industry, which was the technology anxiety. I saw that people are struggling, the brands, the manufacturers are struggling to not understanding your customer. But we know that digitalization is a fact, and everything around us that can have a digital component will have a digital component. And we know that for facts that today technology has changed our way of looking at business, life, and our free time. Everything is connected in one way or the other way with the technical devices. And 8 out of 10 in Sweden has a tech anxiety, which means they don't like technology. And I understand why. We built a business around that, and we made it pretty fun. And that was the idea of the TechBuddy. We're connecting freelancers through a very advanced vetting process. We're qualifying our buddies, we educate them, we manage them, we incentivize them, all based our in-home, in-house technologies that we've built, and we're matching them with the end consumer. Problem arise for the customer, we connect them to the right person with the right skills, and they solve that, and a happy customer, which means a great business. And we did this basically by democratizing. A lot of you probably have been in a Genius Bar of Apple. We democratized that, and we brought it to the consumer home. And there's a picture of me here where I was. I thanks my dear colleague Sina to putting these pictures together. This looks awesome. A lot of memories. I was sitting there 2017 and educating the buddies, because I was a buddy by myself. So I was standing in a store. I hustled to get big contracts like Telia and MediaMarkt, and build a very ugly Genius Bar, not at all as cool as Apple's, in the store, and was selling the services, and went to the customer home and installed them by myself. And in the same time come back and educate new buddies, where we attract them via social media and Facebook and all of that. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. I sold, I remember 170 services probably on a week by myself, by standing in a MediaMarkt store, and customer would come and say, hey, I don't know how my phone works, how my computer works. and I would just say, let me book and I will send the body to you. Actually, sometime the body was myself. So I booked and I went directly and come back to the store and keep selling to show them number and traction. I financed the business from the beginning. I had some money in my saving, which was a good thing, which empowered me to do what I do. And it was so successful because I mentioned 8 out of 10 suffers of technology anxiety that we managed to show a fantastic growth. And then we raised 20 million SEK. This was 6 months later, and we scale up. We brought a lot of big companies to use our services, such as Telia and Tree and Tele2, telcos, retailers, brands. They all figure out there's a company that can solve the biggest headache, and that was TechBuddy. We expanded it since day one. I've been foreigner since I can remember my left and right. I'm a global nomad, and I love to be in different places in the world. And TechBuddy since day one was a international company. So we established a company in Spain, and then in Israel, and then in Germany. We built an amazing team. We brought amazing human people, colleagues, investors that just basically supported us day to day. And a lot of people had a lot of question and a lot of concern that, how are you going to manage to educate people, and how do you trust to send the people to the customer home? And we had zero answer to all the questions, but that was a founder hustle. There's a problem, you solve it. I love complex things, and I love structures, even though that can be perceived all the time as I'm a structured person. But I am, and of course, bringing great team members that solve, smarter than myself to help me to solve those issues. And this is a picture of a great team members from back in the days. So what happened to TechBuddy today? We are in 5,000 cities, 4 countries, average customer rating of 4.8 out of 5, which is outperforming any other basically NPS, customer NPS. What is unique with us is that we brought our concept to other countries. There have been a lot of similar companies to TechBuddy, very local, very regional, but what we managed to do has been incredible. Thanks to a hard work of the team and the trust we got from shareholders, partners. We serve over 115,000 customers. We have 1,000 plus buddies that are qualified, with one perspective on mind. Our buddies are our absolute most important asset in the company. The buddies are the expats, what we call our buddies. So during the COVID, when COVID hit, the whole world, of course, stood still, and we had a lot of things in our roadmap to do things in 2024, 2025. But probably the best thing out of the COVID was, the stress level in the company, and what we had to do to survive, what we had to do to keep growing. And while the world, the investors and everything, what happened in our world just stood still, we decided to accelerate even more. And probably there is where we usually hear that necessity is mother of invention. And we basically stressed the strategies that was planned since 2018 to do the things already in 2019 and 2020. And that was basically to expanding the scope to the buddy company. Since we learned a lot of things by building TechBuddy, taking it international, building this unique platform that is very scalable, very asset light, to offer the customer all other services at home, not only technical support. Since we spent 1 hour and a half in average with our customer in home, we figure out that there's much more need. And we knew that, of course, from the beginning, but we wanted to be best in one thing. And we did it in 4 years. So expanding the scope was probably a good thing for us. And that's where the TechBuddy, the buddy company, was born, and we did rebranding. And the buddy company is, you see in the slide, the one-stop shop for services around the home, which is basically simplify the day-to-day life. Home can be enjoyable, amazing. Post-COVID, we will spend much more time at home. It's essential part of our life, and we will work from home. We will spend much more time at home. So we offer all services for our customer to have accessible and affordable services at their fingertips in one single platform. The long-term vision and the strategy with Buddy Company is, we have some great ideas around it, but it will be an end-to-end and controlled marketplace for all services at home, where we are delivering services by ourselves, or we license our platform to bigger companies to do it by themselves. Basically, that's our platform as a service. You might recognize it as a SaaS, but this is PaaS. And as well, letting the smaller service provider, through our enabling strategy, make the services available in our platform, and we just take a transaction fee, like Foodora did with the restaurants. We're going to do it with the service providers. And then there is a bunch of other things, the data, and which companies that are doing good, how can we help them? So our end goal is to become a AWS for all services at home by providing the digital infrastructure. And we manage as well to acquire some companies, TaskRunner, a great company from Sweden, Tidy App, Wellbe, and there are some companies that are missing here, and this is part of our buy and build strategy. So we are as well acquiring companies to 100% and offering them our digital infrastructure, and we rebrand them to, we remain to keep the brand, but they're becoming part of the Buddy Company and scaling these companies. Why we're doing this is basically the know-how, the CRM, and some more learnings, what some do's and don'ts that this company has done that would have cost us time, but we managed to get that compoundly in the same acquisition strategy. The acquiring new company is going to be one of our biggest part of the strategy in the coming years. And why we're doing it is basically scaling the business much faster and consolidating the European market. And it's very, very exciting. We have some really exciting stuff going to happen the coming years for the Buddy Company. Just an example of what TaskRunner is. Basically, they're providing they were a marketplace where the buyer and the seller were matched, and TaskRunner would take a fee. We are totally against this model because we believe that the customer want to always have a guarantee of being satisfied for 100%, a customer satisfaction guarantee. We changed the model. We made the model to become as a TechBuddy model, where we take responsibility. And that model has been very successful post-acquisition for a company like TaskRunner. Tidy App and Wellbe, cleaning services, same model. We integrated our culture from TechBuddy in these companies. Very successful, where we believe that the future of freelancing is nothing but a new employment format. And taking responsibility as a company will be the key of a success of a company. It's not easy to build a company. It takes time, and taking responsibility under your corporate identity as a company and your CSR will be super crucial. We believe that our freelancers have to earn enough money, be insured, have the retirement, and having the social fees, because we all are part of the solidarity in a society. And sometimes just a pure American model, it's not good for the society. Everyone needs to gain. It has to be a win-win-win. Win for the customer, win for our bodies that are doing the job, and win for us as a company, which are building a sustainable business. So we are in this to redefining the freelancer or gig economy to a sustainable gig economy. TechBuddy, I mentioned earlier, same model. Our market is expanding. The 47% CAGR global growth in demand for home services. Just taking an example, Sweden, only 11% of the Swedish population are using something called RUT, which is the subsidy by the government, 50%. And that market is already by itself 12 billion SEK. If this goes to 50%, that the Swedish population are using the services and support at home, this market is a tremendous market. And we want to be pioneer in this. And we want to make services at home affordable, accessible, and in a high quality, which we have already proven that we can do. Now it's all about scaling it up. To just reminding the vision, it's a lot of information, of course, but that's part of the founder story. We have lots of things in our baggage, but for you guys, the Buddy Company vision is that we want for all the people in the society to really enjoy a seamless synergies between the digital innovation and a convenient life. We are very proud of it because we're creating job, we're giving people with great skills a second chance to decide their own time, their own schedule, make good money, honorable money, and delivering great services for the customers that are willing to pay for it. As an example, today, our customers are in average spending 1,300 SEK per service, which is 130 euro. We pay 65 to 70% of that to our buddies, which is almost 80 euro, 90 euro. And we pay in between to make sure that the taxes and all the things are paid. And we keep 30% of that. So there's definitely a win-win-win. The service is affordable for the customer, the buddies are making good money, and we are making good money. So I will stop there, just have some slides for you guys, and going probably to something that maybe Jason had in thought when he invited me to have. I'm just going to stop the share. Is that you know what we should? What is probably some of the point to take for everyone is that as a founder, I have a recommendation for everyone to be aware that it's not easy to start a company, and it's not easy to, build the company for a long-term purpose. Is that it's definitely not as glorious that it's always sound in media. If I would knew that I would go through everything that I've been going through together with my team, I personally would never start a company. But the great thing is that when you do it and you have a resistance and you're patient and you believe in your idea, you will never go back and become an employee. So this is one of the things that I would love to probably end this monologue. I'm soon going to take more questions from you guys. Is that is my recommendation as a founder. It's amazing to build business. I'm personally investing in a lot of entrepreneurs. I love it. I love when people want to build something and they believe in it. It's absolutely fantastic. but everyone should be aware about paying attention that it is a tough journey. So really looking at, paying attention, this currency of being cautious about that the journeys are not easy for a lot of founders is something that an entrepreneur or future entrepreneur should be aware about. I stop there. Please, I'm gonna take some questions, Q&A. I probably need to just click the button here, and looking forward to take some more questions and have a discussion for the remaining time left. Appreciate it, Samia. Oh, my dear friend Joseph is here. Thank you, Joseph. You have been super crucial part of the journey and a great friend, always with a lot of input and support. For some of you don't know Joseph, get your time and meet this gentleman in Stockholm and brainstorm your idea if you got ideas for starting a business. It's Stockholm ecosystem is privileged by having people like Joseph in the community. I was a question, go to the metaverse platform, of course. How am I doing this metaverse platform now? You see, I found it at the TechBuddy, but let me see, where are we going? People.